Hello everyone, is the Dread Pirate once again. And anyway, this is going to come out a little bit late. A lot of my content's going to come out a little bit late. Things have been going on, I've been busy, so I don't quite have the time to upload as rapidly as I would like, but I figured I'd create a little backlog and just kind of trickle it out to you as things go along. So, anyway, the date today is Wednesday, August 7th, 2019, and this past weekend I went to Comic Con. And I had a great time, and I met some cool people, met some cool celebrities, got some cool stuff, and I took pictures of it, and I'm going to show it to you. So we're going to cover that right now. Here we go. Okay, so some of these pictures are sideways, but what can you do? Anyway, here we are at the Tampa Bay Convention Center. The past couple conventions I've been going to, someone's always a Pyramid Head, and just Pyramid Head's always cool, and I always like seeing the costumes. So we got a Pyramid Head right up the bat here. So mainly the pictures I took here are some really cool cosplays I thought were neat. We got a couple celebrity images, me with some celebrities. And then at the very end is all the autographs I got and the swag. There's also one point in the middle that I'm going to talk about, which just kind of something was going on there. I'm going to comment on that when we get to it. But anyway, really awesome Pyramid Head. You know, he's taking a picture with this lady. It's pretty cool. All right. First up, we have me and Griffin, also known as Elise, and awesome voice actress who's been just voicing everything. She's Mandy in Billy and Mandy. She's Frankie from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I first discovered her in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is one of my favorite games. She's Jeanette and Therese, and she's really, really awesome in there. But she's done everything. She's done all these, you'll see it when we get to the autograph of her. She's just a big chart of all the characters she's played. She's been in Gravity Falls. She's done tons of superheroes. She's a Saj Ventress. She's been Black Canary. She's really, really awesome, and she's absolutely charming and bubbly and awesome and beautiful, and it was great. It was great meeting her. We sat and talked for a little bit, and we took a bunch of pictures where I look increasingly dorky, but she's really cute. So we're gonna go through those real quick. So as you can see, we start posing, and I don't know what I'm doing, but she was really a big sport about it. And again, she's very, very sweet, just very charming. She was probably just the sweetest person, one of the sweetest people at the convention. So, and I don't know what I'm doing in that pose right there, but we had a good time. All right, so we got super hot Rule 63 Captain America and Winter Soldier here. That was really cool. So they had a little awesome cosplay there. We have a awesome Danny DeVito Penguin, and right when he came around the corner, Mr. J came around the corner, and so that was pretty pimp. I'm pretty sure this is a drag queen as She-Hulk, and he does a very good She-Hulk. It's just it works. It works. It's really good. I think and I believe that's a female flow zone right there from Mr. Incredibles, and a little baby Wolfman. So that's neat. But yeah, the main thing I was getting there was that's a really good She-Hulk, and I was like, yeah, that's a dude, and he pulls it off. It's really awesome. This guy was cool, really cool M. Bison outfit, and he was pretty awesome. We're gonna go through some cosplays. We have a really awesome Spider-Gwen. There was a bunch of pinball machines. Again, there's relatively, especially with me in conventions, this is gonna be relatively low on pictures. It's there's not a whole lot of stuff, but there was some really neat stuff, and it was there's a freaking Deadpool. They made a bunch of really awesome pinball games. There's a Doctor Who one, and this one here was this awesome Deadpool pinball game, which had all sorts of crazy stuff. There's Colossus in the back, there's Wolverine in the back. I think the villain lineup is Sabretooth and Mystique and whatnot, but it's really cool, and I took a bunch of pictures of it. So here's some more art from the thing. There's Mr. Sinister in the back, there's him fighting Colossus. There's a big standing picture. There's the zombie. The first thing that actually got me into Deadpool actually was Victor Glischer's Merc with a Mouth. I got to meet him at Pensacon. He's really cool. And yeah, so the zombie Tyrannosaurus Rex is featured prominently in Victor Glischer's Deadpool Merc with a Mouth. So that was really cool. So I was really happy to see that. I just kind of marked out with a schoolgirl. It was oh man, it's the zombie T-Rex. That's great. So I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Gilshner. He's worked on Buffy. He's done a lot of really good stuff. I found some of my stuff from him. I got some autographed stuff from the last Pensacon I was at, where he signed some Buffy the Vampire Slayer Spike comics, which were pretty sweet. So, moving on. Okay, this is Magneto, obviously. Really good Magneto cosplay. Nice guy. His name was Mark. Next to him is, of course, I think that's Samurai Batman. I think that's the old school Legends of Batman. Yeah, that's like a ninja Batwoman too. That like I didn't talk to them, but they had a really cool cosplay too. Anyway, Mark over here, who played Magneto, did a really good job, and I kept wanting to call him Eric, because naturally, it was just really badass Magneto costume. So, all right, then we had a really cool Avengers crew. We had an awesome Fat Thor with Star-Lord, and I got a picture with them. And there's a Nebula in the back, so I talked with them a little bit. They were cool. And here's me and Hellboy, me and Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman was very sweet, and just he seemed like Ron Perlman. My impression of Ron Perlman is he's exactly what you expect from Ron Perlman. He's a little grouchy, but he's a really nice guy. He actually was like, I got in line to get an autograph from him. He's one of the main reasons I was here. It was him and Michael Rooker is what I heard about. I was like, oh snap! I've never met Hellboy, and I've met Michael Rooker before. Michael Rooker's the man, so I got to go see them again. And then there was a bunch of other people, which we'll get to. But like he wasn't scheduled to do an autograph signing. He went and decided to sign some autographs, but then he had to go to a panel, so they gave us a little receipt to basically come back. And then he went off, did his panel for about 30 minutes, and then came back. And it was just like he kept on moving. He kept on like, he was there, he was meeting people, he was making money, he was talking to everybody. And like I talked with him for a little bit. I talked with him about how I've seen him a bunch of stuff. I love him in pretty much everything I've seen him in. And I really love him as Hellboy. I was asking about the new Hellboy, and he was like, I don't know anything about that. And I basically told him, it's like, man, it's like, to me, you're the best Hellboy, and I want to see you in Hellboy 3. And he had this great reaction to it. He was just kind of rolled his eyes, and it's like, well, they better hurry the fuck up. And it was like, which is true, because it's like, I think he's been on record, it's like, he'll play Hellboy again, but they just screwed around, They didn't greenlight Hellboy 3. And then they moved on with David Bradley, they moved on with the guy from Stranger Things. And he'd like to play the character, but he's old, that's the thing. But anyway, he was very sweet, very friendly. I talked with him a little bit about Archer as well, like his role. Like he was Juan, the Cuban agent who's gay in the honeypot. So he was really, really sweet. He was busy though, so I kind of kept it brief. But it was really awesome to meet Ron Perlman. I'm a big fan of Ron Perlman. He's a big inspiration to me. So that was cool. We got like 2 selfies that are pretty much the same there. So he's big guy, very friendly, and that was pretty awesome. So that's all the pictures I've got from celebrities. I got a couple more cosplay shots. As you know, I'm a giant XMen fan, so I had to get these guys. We got a Logan Wolverine. We got Black Cat, very, very beautiful Black Cat. A fucking awesome Omega Red, and a Gambit. I think I got 2 pictures of these guys. Yeah, this is a slightly better picture of their setup. This guy was really nice. He's Blade. And we got 2 pictures of him, and one with, I'm not sure who this is. I think this is just an original character, steampunk lady. And she had a really awesome outfit. So, yeah, sure, I'll take a picture of you too. We had the Green Ranger, really pimp Green Ranger costume. Davis, this is for you. I found an awesome Asuka cosplayer. And I basically had her say on 3, 1, 2, 3, like, fuck you, Shinji. And that made her laugh. So that's for you, Davis. Hope you enjoy that. This guy, he was Uncle Fester. He's got this little thing on his hand, and he's got like I think this guy works in a magic shop. He has a little prop light bulb, which he puts in his mouth and he lights it up, and it's really cool. So he's really cool. So it's pretty awesome. I got 2 of him. We had a badass Casey Jones. I'm just noticing in the background there's a Super Saiyan God Goku. Yeah, so it's pretty pimp. And Cobra Commander. I think I got 2 of Cobra Commander here. But yeah, he's this Cobra Commander's was pretty awesome, and I got a couple pictures of him, and like, Cobra! I shouted Cobra. That's who I'm allegiance with. So then I think this is the last one I've got. Very, very beautiful Harley Quinn lady. Okay, so she's on the ground here, and I noticed her, and I was like, oh man, I want to get a picture of this girl. The guy that's taking a picture of her here had this insanely high-tech like camera work, and like his wife was with him, and it was like I kind of wanted to take a better picture of her, because like this one was kind of down, and I wanted like a more like a better pose, but he was like taking like 45 minutes to do anything. So I mean, like it was he had this insanely high-tech setup, and it was just like needlessly complicated, and it's just like, I just have a cell phone. I think a cell phone's better. But anyway, I have a better shot here of Harley, and so she was really awesome, very charming. And that's most of the cosplay photos. Now we're going to get on to just kind of something else that was happening around the same time. Okay, so I was leaving. And if you'll notice, let me see if I can zoom in here. I can. Okay, so this is the Tampa Bay Convention Center, and everybody's in here having a good time. A lot of nerds coming in, you know, meeting their favorite celebrities, buying comics, dressing up in cool things, just having a good time. And then there's these assholes. And I skipped ahead. I fucked it up. Then there are these assholes right in front because, all right, so as you know, I'm from Florida. Let's get this out of the way. One, the Tampa Bay Convention Center is basically public property, or at least the outside of it is. So you can basically go up in downtown Tampa and go on a street corner and rant about any bullshit that you want, and get away with it. And two, it's Florida. We have crazy people. We have tons of crazy people around here. Just we're swimming in it. And yeah, so then these fucking assholes showed up, which I'm assuming to either like best case scenario, they were trying to save the convention goers. Worst case scenario, they were just being giant fucking assholes. And so they came up here shouting their fanatical religious bullshit, Jesus saves from hell, and they said right here, oh, take a look. Warning, homos, feminists, porn freaks, I don't know what that says. I don't know. It's something offensive. Something else offensive. Yoga pants, cutters, I don't know what else. Oh, and finally, idolaters and witches. Okay, here we go, yeah. Witches, I'm not sure what this one is, but witches, idolaters, masturbators, eternal damnation. So here's the intellectual level of these fucking assholes. These fucking jackasses are basically coming out here and screaming at the convention folks. And I'm convinced they're basically here because, like, given how narrow-minded and stupid these fucking assholes are, they're coming out here and yelling at us nerds. Us nerds who are just good people trying to have a good time and are actually think and are actually intelligent and actually have a genuine imagination. And they're yelling at all these people they don't like and saying they're going to burn. Because they're stupid assholes. They claim they're trying to save people, but they're the fucking worst of the side and they're fucking jackasses. And that I just wanted to document these assholes were here. I have a few more pictures. I went back, and it's kind of hard to see. This guy here with the baseball cap got right in front of the asshole with the megaphone and started, like, dancing in front of him and fucking with him. The guy in the Pope hat, I think was protesting them. I don't know how complex this was. Like, maybe they knew more about what's going on here. We also have a very good cosplay of a blood elf here. But the guy in the Pope hat was wearing a sign like haters should not hate or something like that. I don't know if he was with these people or against them. I think he was against them, because he was deliberately going in front of them and waving the sign around. So there was a mix. There was a bunch of weirdos walking around, you know, screaming their religious fanatical hate speech, and then there were people fucking with them. And, like, I think this guy was fucking with him. He was basically saying, like, you know, the guy should not hate. And then there's the people I have the most sympathy for. Tampa Police Department. Tampa Police Department. Just trying to keep the peace. Just trying to make sure these assholes don't get violent or stupid, which is conceivable and something I'm concerned about, given, like, what's been happening in the news lately, what's been happening in the past couple fucking years. And again, I come from a security background, so I'm all about access control, and I'm all about, you know, keeping crazy from hurting people. But yeah, good old Tampa Police Department is right there and just standing there just in case. Because as long as they're not hurting anybody, as long as they're just screaming filth, you know, screaming their bullcrap, they're allowed to do it. But it's like, you gotta be, yeah, but basically they're crazy and they're agitating people. So, you know, God bless, you know, these people don't do enough for us. You don't have no idea. Tampa Police Department doing their job, making sure the convention goers are safe. You know, keeping the peace. So God bless them doing their job. I have more pictures of the crazies, and like, yeah, and they're basically moving into position to kind of deal with this nonsense. The guy on the megaphone here, I think, was the biggest asshole. But yeah, anyway, after that, I needed something to cheer me up, and I did. We have Bastille. So this guy is at the convention. This is an original character he made. He goes to a lot of conventions, and just a fun guy. I'm not sure. I suspect he's gay. I'm not sure. I just had a hunch. And again, I was talking with him about it, and he just took it in stride. He just went there and have a good time, and, you know, and that's his attitude. I think he apparently, like, got some attention from those people, so maybe, you know, deep down, who knows? Maybe those, like, religious fanatics are in denial. But anyway, he was really look at this outfit. Look how badass this outfit is. He has this Victorian like dandy pimp outfit. He's got a werewolf head. He's got and then the skeletal face and a little fan, and he just went there and had fun. It was a really nice guy. So it was great to meet him. Now we're getting into swag. As you can see, my stuff is sideways. So unfortunately, but here's his card, Bastille. He goes to a lot of conventions, so there he is. Next up, okay. So this was the big get of the convention that I was really pimped about. I was really excited about, and I wasn't expecting. Timothy Zahn was there. Timothy Zahn was there, and he was really nice, and we talked a little bit, and I got the new Thrawn. I got Thrawn Treason as part of the new Thrawn trilogy. And he was really awesome. It was really great talking to him. It was like I went there expecting Michael Rooker and Ron Perlman. I was not expecting him. I don't know why I wasn't, but I wasn't. So like I marked that one as like a schoolgirl when I saw him, and we talked a little bit. Yeah, he's really cool. He's really cool, and he was very. We talked a little bit about Rebels, and he's very appreciative of Dave Filoni, and like Dave Filoni knows his Star Wars. And we talked a little bit about the movies actually, and he basically said to me that like he's not really feeling the movies. He's not really feeling the movies. He likes Rogue One and he likes Solo. And I told him I'm not really feeling Solo or The Last Jedi, but I liked Rogue One and I like I basically told him I'm not feeling Solo and I'm not feeling The Last Jedi, but I did like Force Awakens and I did like Rogue One. Those of you who know me know this about me. And basically he was like his whole thing was like he feels like in the movie wise they haven't like done enough to make him care about the characters yet, and yeah, that's the thing. It's like we agree on that. But I basically told him now I'm gonna embarrass him once again. Well, let's embarrass other Josh once again. Other Josh and I have talked about this, and other Josh likes Solo, even though I don't care for it. And basically he likes Solo, and he basically said in his headcanon that hug that Han gave Lando basically just kind of cemented in Lando's head that they're friends. So years later in Empire Strikes Back, when Lando and Han go up and hug each other, Lando whispered in his ear and basically said, like look, the Empire's already here. There's nothing I can do for you, man. All I can do is warn you about it. And it was like just like he gave him a heads up. So him and Lando are cool and still cool as a result. It was like it was really neat talking to him about Star Wars, and yeah, so I got the Thrawn trilogy. I got Thrawn Treason now. I'm going to read and enjoy it. Here's his signature. So he was really sweet. It was just absolutely, he's very kind, very intelligent, and just an awesome writer. Those of you who have read the original trilogy and have been reading his new stuff now know Timothy Zahn's a man. So there we go. All right, I think I got a better picture of this. Yes, I do. Kevin Conroy was there to Eddie, I Am Batman. Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, was there. He was very sweet. I basically let him know, hey man, I've been watching you since I was like 6 years old, and you're one of my favorite. Yeah, I love you in the role of Batman. And he's like, well, that's very sweet of you. It's like, hey, I love playing the character. I keep coming back to him. So yeah, Kevin Conroy, awesome guy. Next up here, once again, is Grey Griffin. And here's her autograph, and there she is, her lovely pose. And then look at all these characters she's played. Look at all these characters. I don't even know half these characters are. I do recognize a bunch of them, but it's like, yeah, here's like Asajj Ventress is over here. Betty Rubble. She's played multiple Daphnes. Mandy. That's Gideon Gray's mom from Gravity Falls. It's just Black Widow. Just tons of superheroes, tons of awesome characters. It's just like, yeah, it's just, Avatar. She's an Avatar. So that's Grey Griffin. Grey Griffin's awesome. It was cool to meet her. And here's her autograph. Next up, again, I apologize, sideways. Michael Rooker. Michael Rooker I met 3 years ago. 3 years ago at Pensacon. My first time there. This is when I was still in the Navy and I was stationed there. He gave me an autograph for free, just for being in the military. And it was a zombie autograph. It was the zombie version of his character from The Walking Dead. And he was really nice, and he was like, this was before like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out, and so I asked him, he was just very, very friendly, very, very sweet. Once again, very friendly, very sweet, and he gave me another autograph here. I had to get Yondo from him this time. Basically, it's kind of neat because I talked to him at Pensacon, and like asked him at the time, hey, you coming back for Guardians 2? And it's like, yeah, I'll be back for Guardians 2. And then when I was in Norway, just on leave from the ship. Not on leave, on shore leave. We had to go back to the ship at the end of the day. But like me and my buddies went to the movie theater there in, I forget where we were in Norway. Was it Tromsø? No, I forget where we were. It was one of the Norwegian cities there. It was neat because it's so high up that like we were there during the summertime, and basically it was in the middle of the night, but it looks like it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, like permanently. It's really crazy. Might have been Tromso. But anyway, we were there, and we went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 there. And he was great in it, and he made me cry. And just like, you know, that he, like, you know, again, ego may have been your father, but I'm your daddy. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. It was just really great. So it was really great. It was really great to see him again. Really great to get another autograph from him. Here we go. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jane. It's a little hard to read. Hey Eddie, stay shiny. Let's be bad guys. Adam Baldwin. Adam Baldwin was really awesome. Very, very sweet and friendly. And I was telling him, man, I love you in everything I've seen you in. I love you in Firefly, naturally, but I remember from Independence Day. And I asked him what he's doing now. He's doing a show called Gunny Time, which I think it was started by the guy who played the General in Full Metal Jacket, who sadly passed away. And it was a show where basically they take like a historical perspective on certain types of guns and then go them out in the middle of the wear and fire them off. And so just good old fashioned, like, you know, those of you like going onto the range and shooting your guns and things like that. It's fun. Just like learning the history of various weapons and go, you know, blasting stuff in the middle of the nowhere. I thought like me and my dad might enjoy that because my dad and I do watch stuff like Naked and Afraid and things like that. And all sorts of other kind of like Survivor Man type stuff. So that's what Adam Baldwin's doing recently. So go check that out. I'm gonna pimp him out there. What else do we have? Amy Jo Johnson. Amy Jo Kimberly. Very, very sweet woman. Very beautiful. I think she was the first autograph I got for the day. I think that I've gotten all the Power Rangers now. It was like she was like the one Power Ranger I was missing. I met all the other ones from the original Mighty Morphin that I could at Pensacon. I want to say both times I was there. Like Austin St. John was there one year, and then like the rest of them except her were there the next year. And then she was here at Tampa Bay Comic Con. Anyway, she was very sweet, very friendly. I told her a story that I tell everybody, like all the Power Rangers, which I probably shouldn't, but it was basically how, like, when I was really little, I loved the show, then I hated it because I started getting older. It's like, oh, the show is dumb. And then I got into a little bit of local stage acting, and I did kids productions, and I understood what it's like to basically be in a child production and kind of like, you know, and just as an actor, and it was like, you know, and I wound up getting a newfound appreciation for Power Rangers. And I just let her know, it's like, you know, I really appreciate what you do. And it's like, oh, okay, thank you. I don't know if she knew how to take it. It was like, well, like, you're like, it's like you said my show sucked, and then you said you like it again. It's like, oh, okay. She was very polite and very sweet, and it was nice to meet her, and, you know, so I've completed the Power Rangers collection. I will say this, like, if you ever go to the convention to meet the Power Rangers, they're the nicest people ever. They really appreciate their fan base. They really appreciate the people that come out and see them. So, you know, give some love to the Power Rangers. You know, always check them out. You will not be disappointed. They're all like the sweetest, most wonderful people ever. So, and Amy Jo was no exception. It was a pleasure to finally meet her. So, and we're done. That's it. That's all I got from Tampa Bay Comic Con. Thank you for enjoying my rambly coverage of Comic Con. Yeah. So, yeah, I had a great time. Comic Con comes to your neighborhood. You know, just go there, have a blast, have a fun, safe time, and enjoy nerding it up. That's what we do. So, yeah, this is the Dread Pirate saying, I'll catch you later in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye.